Hi friends, in previous class we have learned about various things like conversion tracking, remarketing and call only ads. Thank you. In today's class we are going to learn about shopping ads and Google Merchant Center, how to create an account in Google Merchant Center, how to link it with our Google Ads. If you have an e-commerce site, then how to run ads for our products and all we'll be going to see today. Okay, so what are these shopping ads? Okay, even these shopping ads can be created with the help of Google Ads only. With the help of these shopping ads, we can promote our products. Okay, so it is very useful for e-commerce websites. Usually, we might see various types of shopping ads. So, for example, if we search for a laptop or any kind of thing, we'll be shown with various kinds of ads. All these are shopping ads. Okay, will be shown with an image, title, price of the product, and the business name, who it is selling and all. Okay, so these are known as shopping ads. Usually the bidding strategy will be CPA, cost per acquisition. Okay, so which means if someone clicks on the ad, then they'll be redirected to this particular website who is advertising this thing. Then if they makes a payment and if they buy this product, then only Google will charge them. This is known as cost per action or cost per acquisition bidding strategy. But now recently Google Ads removed the thing. Google Ads is charging per CPC only for the shopping ads also. The shopping ads also, Google Ads is charging as per CPC, cost per click. If someone clicks on the ad, then Google will charge them some amount. It has removed CPA. I think they are getting some losses or like this. Might be they might earn some. Google Ads might earn extra money if they go for CPC like that. I think. Okay, so let's go for this Google Ads, right? So in order to run the shopping ads, we must have a Google Merchant Center account. Okay, let's see how to create this Google Merchant Center account and all. First, let's go with it. Okay, so after you go to Google Ads, go to Tools and Settings. Under it, go for Setup and all. Yes, we'll be seeing tools. Yes, here is there is an option called Google Merchant Center under more tools. Okay, under more tools, there is an option called Google Merchant Center. Before this, there was option called Setup. They changed to more tools. It seems it's okay. So click on Google Merchant Center. It will redirect you to that thing. So if you have an account, it's okay. Otherwise, please create an account. Click on Get Started. So now get started, right? So list your products for free on Google like this. Okay, you can show your ads like this and all. It is showing you. First you have to give your business name and business country. Okay, this business name and business country itself will be appearing on ads. So if you see here, you are getting a business name, right? So this is the business name you give here. So please give it properly. Business country also. So I'll give some business name. Digi ready something I'm giving. Business country as it is India. I'm giving it as India. Okay. So on time zone, it shows its own time zone based on the location. Okay. So where do you want your customers to check out? Means if they click on your ad, where you want to navigate your customers. Okay. It is asking like that. So if you want to drive them to website, it's okay. You can click on this thing, or else you can drive them to your local store also. It may show some map like this. See, 1.2 meters. It is the store is this much away from you, like that. It will be showing a map. This thing, driving people to your website will have 95% positive feedback mostly. Here also they are showing like this only. It's okay. So you can also select both the options if you are okay with it. Okay, what tools do you use? They're asking. So if you use Shopify or PayPal, like that, you can choose, or else you can go for. Okay, you can check them out later. Also, you can also use WordPress also. Actually, Shopify is the one of the best platforms to create a e-commerce site and all, but the thing is it is not free. It will provide you with a 14 days free trial. Okay, after that you have to pay amount for Shopify, but in case of WordPress it is totally free. You have seen, you have created e-commerce website and all, how to list out products and all, you have seen in WordPress, right? In the same way, Shopify is one of the best platforms to create an e-commerce site, but the thing is it is paid one, not for free. Okay. Would you like to sign up for emails and all? If you want to get emails from this merchant center and all, check these options. Otherwise, you can leave them. So obviously, you have to agree for these terms and conditions. Click on create account. So these are all Google products only. If you have a Gmail, then you can create. That's it. So your account is ready to use. Okay, continue. Now this is how your Google Merchant Center will look initially. Okay, so now initially we go for basic settings and all before adding products and all. Let's go for them. Okay, so first go for settings. This is the symbol here. Then go for tools. Under tools, you have to fill up all these things. First go for shipping and returns. So here we are saying whether we are providing any delivery services or not, in which areas we are providing delivery services, like that. We have to give a detailed explanation and all. So click on plus. Here now we are going to fill shipping services. So whether we are providing any kind of services or not, like such. Okay. So let's go for it. Service name. What is the service name? Like such it is asking. I'm giving some name. This is all for your reference. Please give proper names. Service area, which means in which areas you are going to ship your products or deliver your products. While creating a e-commerce site using WordPress, we used to fill all these things, like whether we deliver products or not, if we deliver, in which areas we will be delivering, what kind of taxes we are will be collecting, all these things. In similar way, you have to fill here also, but in a bit detailed manner. Currency, Indian rupee, INR. So order cutoff time, if you hover over here, it will show you. So allows you to set a time after which you will no longer process orders received on the day. Okay, so up to when you will be processing the orders of particular day, like time, from which time to which time you will be processing the orders. So from 9 a.m. to some time zone you can choose. Uh, you can use Indian time or whatever it may be, Kolkata, I think. Uh, I have to choose it. So let me choose sometime. It's okay. Let me choose sometime. So if you go for thing, choose proper timing and all. It's okay now. It is not that mandatory to search for it and all. Okay. Next thing is delivery time. Means after you receive the order, okay, how many days or how much time you may take in order to deliver that particular order to your customer. You have to give that thing also. Handling time and transit time. Handling time means, okay, time difference between order cutoff time, okay, following placement of an order, when the shipment for the order is ready for transit. Means after you get the order, how much time you'll be taking to pack that thing, how much time you will take to make ready that particular product and all. You can say 1 to 2 days or 1 to 3 days, like such. And also select days, only on these days will be working. Okay, only on these days will be doing these kind of things and all, like that you can say. So transit time means after you pack, okay, the time it takes the carrier to deliver a product to a customer. After you prepare a product and all, how much time you people will take to deliver that product. Okay, this is handling time and transit time. Time taken for delivering the product. I'll choose 2 to 3 days, like such. Uh, on what days you'll deliver the product. Some people might be having specific days, so I'll deliver on all kind of days. Okay, most transit time. You can also add transit label and
Mom, once again tell about order cutoff time.
yes, order cutoff time, which means it allows you to set a time after which you will no longer process orders received on the day. Which means you'll be setting up some time. So if it is after 6, you'll not be taking the orders, like such.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Uh, Orders processed after cutoff time, 1 day gets added to delivery time, which means if you get orders after that time, you'll be considering them as orders that came on next day, next working day.
Okay. Okay.
Or you can also add transit labels for all destinations. Will be taking 2 to 3 days, or based on the destination, will be taking the timing like such. You can add transit labels on like such. You can add a label and you can change these things also for based on the destination. Okay, based on the destination, I'll be changing my days and all. How many days it may take to deliver like such. You can choose, and also minimum order value. So when will you deliver a product to them? If they purchase for a minimum amount of 1,000 rupees like that, then only I'll be delivering a product to them. Like that also you can choose. Okay, you'll be delivering products for each and every price. Okay, then no matters. So if you'll be delivering products only if they makes a purchase of above 5,000 rupees or above 6,000 rupees, you can mention minimum order value. If the particular customer purchases for a minimum amount of 1,000 rupees only, I'll be delivering them products like that. You can see. Next thing is shipping rates. Okay, shipping rates. Simply, we have seen about things, right? In case of WordPress, while creating the e-commerce site, we have seen based on the product, we'll be charging them. Right? If it is a refrigerator, we'll be charging them different kind of delivery rates, and if it is a mobile, we'll be charging them different kind of delivery charges. So based on the weight of the product, based on the type of the product, also the delivery charges will differ. Same here. See, so based on the product, set up different shipping costs for those groups. If it is a fragile product, fragile means easily breakable kind of things. Perishable means easily they might okay, they'll not be for long time. They are vegetables like such kind of things.
Usually breaking.
Yes, fragile means easily breakable. Perishable means I think they'll not last for long time, like vegetables or food kind of items. Okay, so based on the product, you will be charging the delivery charges. So you can add multiple things. So create a single rate for all orders. If we are having same products, okay, if you are selling only clothing kind of products, only chudidars, then you can choose. If you are selling single products, okay, then you can choose this, or else you can choose based on order price, based on order weight. It is giving you some suggestions. Okay, based on the price also. Okay, based on the price also, my delivery charges will differ. So if it is from 0.01 to 1,000 rupees, okay, so percentage of order total, you can take a percentage or fixed rate. Okay, I will charge some 100 rupees of delivery charges. If it is 1,000 rupees and more, okay, I'll charge some 50 rupees like that. You can choose. So I don't know what is the subtable. Okay, you have to create a subtable again. It's in some table. Okay, linked subtables and all, there are variations of products again, I think. Okay, so you can also choose no shipping if the order is between this amount. Okay, if order is below 1,000 rupees or up to 1,000 rupees, you'll not be providing any deliveries and all. You can also choose no shipping like such. Okay, you can also add multiple rows to add multiple conditions. If you add a dimension, so based on the weight also, I'll change my thing. Okay, so all right, let me order weight in case of kilograms. I don't know much about pounds. So if it is weight is between up to 3 kgs, I'll charge some 100 rupees like that. You can define. So you can add multiple dimensions. So based on the type of the product, based on the weight of the product, based on the price and all, you can charge delivery charges according to your business and all. Right? Continue. Okay, the founding shipping rate. Okay, have to enter the shipping rate. If the product is three kgs, more than 3 kgs, how much you'll be charging? I'll be charging 150 rupees. Okay, so we can also change these things or edit these things. So these are about shipping services. Next, to go for shipping delivery zones. Okay, which means in which zones will be delivering, which areas will be delivering. Delivery zone, you can name it as South India, North India, based on your reference again. Okay, so I'll simply name it as India. In India, I'll be delivering like that. So postal codes, you can add postal codes and all. But in case of this thing, you can go for only these countries. Okay, you can only go for Australia, France, and United States. Okay, in case of adding delivery zones, there are no options. Okay, so I'm going to cancel this thing. But don't worry, India also can do that. This is just for your reference and all. Okay, again, go for tools and settings. Let me fill other things also. So sales tax, business information, all these things we have to fill. So next I'll be going for tax. So like I said about GST and all, based on the country, the taxes will differ. So you have to give all those taxes and all. Okay. So no state. So location where tax needs to be charged. Tax categories. Okay, tax settings. So in which state you are selling and all. Okay, based on the state you are selling, you'll be charged. But here the taxes are only shown for few countries. There is no thing for India. It's okay, leave it then. Tax categories. Tax categories means again based on the product, the categories might differ. Okay, you have to add tax settings like this. Then go for business information. So now here we have to link up our website also, so that when they click on our thing, okay, when they click on our ad, they'll be navigated to our website. So business display name, you have to give your address and all. Let me give something. Okay, address lane 2 and all. Country, postal zip code, okay, phone number. So customer service contact for shopping ads. Okay, so customer service, whom they should contact in case of anything like this. You can give your URL and all. I'll give some URL. This is for customer service. Okay, not for the when they click on that, they'll not be navigated here. Please remember that. I'll give some number. It's okay. You while you are creating, please give proper ones. Okay. Korean business registration number. Okay. Did I choose Korea? No, India itself. Okay, if you have any business registration number, please keep that thing also. But it is showing here as Korean. Actually, it will be asking for normal business number. Okay, while creating an ad also it will be asking our as per registration number. Once you have a business, you must register it, right? So you can give that number while adding products to Google Merchant Center. It's okay. So next go for website. So here now the main thing is we have to link our website with this Google Merchant Center. So I'll give this URL of Go Explorer. So right, save. So you can also connect multiple websites, no issues. So after giving your URL, now we have to claim our website URL, which means we have to prove that we are the rightful owner of that particular website, which means you have to place the code again. Claim URL. So claimed, I think already I have placed the code, I think. Okay, actually it will ask to place the code. Let me check once again. So see, unverified. Actually, I have placed the code. Okay, so now your thing is in your website is unverified and unclaimed. Okay, once you place the code, okay, it would be giving a code. If you have Google Analytics account, then you can link it with it, or else you can go with Google Tag Manager account also, or else you can place the code directly. Simply click here. So then you'll be getting some code. You can also upload HTML file, or else simply go with the tag. Okay, here there is a tag. Simply copy this tag. Now here it is saying paste it in your site's home page or in the head section like that it is saying, right? Okay, verify the URL. After that you have to verify this URL. Now what you have to do is simply go to your website and then you have to go to insert headers and footers, or else you can go for that theme editor and you can place in the code. But I'll prefer to go for insert headers and footers. So then we have to place your code here. See, already I have placed some code here, I think. Okay, so right? So is this is the code. Already I have placed some Google Shopping ads code here. That's why it is showing up like that. Okay. After you place the code here, please click on save. Okay. So as I couldn't place this code in DigiReady, I'm showing you with an example. Okay. So already I have placed the shopping ads code here. Okay. Right. Click on save. After you click on the save. Okay. Please verify the URL. Now I'll show with this thing only. So let me go here and give, sorry. Mm, okay, as I remove the code, it should show me to verify. Yes, it's asking me, right? Simply copy and now paste the code. You can also unlink your account whenever you want. It's not a big issue. Simply remove the code and come to Google Merchant Center and click on unlink. You can come to this business info and you can unlink your thing. So verify URL. So after it verifies URL, you can simply claim the thing. So simply claim URL, which means, so it says exclusive right to use your website in connection with your merchant center. Now, successfully, we have linked our website with this Google Merchant Center, right? So you can also create a multi-client account, which means if you are running shopping ads or if you are maintaining some others, if you have bulk number of clients and you are maintaining all their accounts, you can create a multi-clients account also, which means you can create multiple accounts by giving multiple websites and all. Okay. Next thing is branding. Let's see. Okay, branding is nothing but you can give your logo. Okay, you can give see logo and all. You can upload the images and all. You can also upload the color, accent color. Okay, you can also add a main color like such. You can add. Okay, once you add the logo and all, it might be visible here sometimes. Okay, so though the logo is not visible, just for your reference and all. Okay, anyway, this image, this is the product image, we'll be uploading it, right? So in this way, you can give the business information and all. Whenever you want, you can come to this website section and you can simply remove this URL and you can unlink your website with the Google Merchant Center and all. Okay. Any doubts till now? Right. Thank you. So let's go to main Google Merchant Center and let me show you how to add products and all. So this is the Google Merchant Center dashboard. So to start promoting a business. Yes, I have did it right. I've claimed. It's okay, leave it. Okay. Now go to products. In the dashboard, go to products. So here you can add individual products, means one by one. You can add products one by one, or else if you have a huge number of products, if you go for Amazon, they'll be having huge number of products. They cannot add products one by one. So in such case, you can create a list of products like in an Excel sheet, and you can also upload them. So let's first go for adding a product, individual product. Okay, so after adding product, I'll also be showing you how to link your account with, okay, Google Ads and all, right? So, uh, country of sale, in which country are selling, language, so destination, surfaces across Google, which means, okay, surfaces across Google means your products will be shown across Google. Sometimes, okay, sometimes even you might see some images here. Have you noticed? You might see some images like this. Okay, so this is also known as because of Google Merchant Center, these images will be surfacing across Google. These are not ads. Okay, these are not ads, but when you click on them, okay, you'll be navigating to particular page, and here also you can see ads. See, like this, your images or your product kind of things will be showing up on Google. If you want such kind of things also, okay, then you can simply go for this option also. Identifier exists, the product has an identifier. So UPC or GTIN, it is nothing but GTIN means, okay, it is mainly used for drop shipping kind of thing. I'll say about drop shipping later. Okay, so if you have any number, if you have any registration and all, please give that number and all. Okay, you might be the people who are doing businesses might know about it. Okay, you can add multiple things here. Next thing is product data. Product data is nothing but ID or SKU, means every product will be having a unique ID, right? So uniquely identifies this product at your business. So give that ID here. So I'll give some ID like a t-shirt. Okay, you can also give a title. So everything like WooCommerce. Okay, title. I have to give some title like um t-shirt, cotton t-shirts like that. I'm giving some title. You can also mention the brand name and all. So brand, what brand does it belongs to? Whether this belongs to Buffalo or it belongs to some Nike, whatever it may be, give the brand. So okay, so description. So we have to give some description about the thing, whether it is machine washable or not, whether it is 100% cotton or like such. You can give some description about your product. So I'll give some description: machine washable pure cotton. Okay, so please give proper info. Next, landing page link. This is main thing. So if someone clicks on your ad, then where should they navigate? Okay, I'll give some URL here. So I'll give some URL. Okay, please, you people, please give proper URLs. Okay, so image link. Okay, you can give an image to Google Merchant Center, which means you can upload an image, or else you can simply give a link, which means here you might have your image on Google or like such. You can go for here. You can choose this thing. Okay, then you can give that link and all. Okay, you can give that particular image link and all. Okay, so let me go here. If you choose this, every image will have some link. Okay, simply you can copy the link here. See, copy image link and you can paste it there. Okay, if it is your image, guys, if it is your image, otherwise don't go for doing such things. Simply browse and drop it from your system like such. So okay, so it is saying some image guidelines also, like it should be 250 by 250 pixel, no image larger than 64 pixels. Okay, please follow those rules and all. So price and availability, in what price it is, how much it is. Okay, so I'm giving some 2,500 or like such. Okay, availability, whether they are in stock or not, available for order, limited availability, out of stock. You can keep like such also. Pre-order, you have to pre-order them in order to get your product and all, right? So you can also go for advanced features. Advanced means this product will be available from this date to this date. If they're out of stock and all. Expiration date, which means this product will be expired, which means after this date, this product will not be available. So sale price means, again, what is the price and sale price? Discount. So if I give 2,000 rupees here, so I'm giving a discount of 500 rupees. Though the product price is 2,500, I'm selling it for 2,000 rupees. So sale price effective date means how much time does this offer last? Okay, I'm giving a off of 500 rupees, right? How much time, till how much time this offer lasts, like that you can say. So unit pricing measure. Okay, what is the thing? How should I measure this thing? In length and thing or like such? Okay, I don't know how to measure clothing kind of thing. Sorry. So using unit pricing base measure. Okay, sorry, I don't know if it is kind of some uh, products like refrigerator and all. You can see that thing. I think. Okay, detailed product description, whether it is new or refurbished or used, already used product or refurbished means I think some people might have returned the product because they have some flaws in it. They might have corrected all those things and they're reselling this product like such. You can go for whether new, refurbished or used. I'll go for new. Okay, I have an apparel product. Okay, which means the products are available in different sizes and different colors, different variations simply. Okay, this thing is available in different age groups, material, pattern. Okay, like this. This design is available in various things. Okay, like that you can choose all these factors, attributes that are relevant to describe your product. Okay, colors, in which colors it is available. It is available in blue and white, blue and also white. simply divided by comma. Okay, sizes. In what sizes they are available? Large and small. Okay, so genders, male and female, or unisex also can give. They can anyone can wear this product. Age groups. To what age groups your product is available? My product is available to young adults. Okay, so item group ID. This item group ID you have to give. So I'm giving some ID. This is for a better reference purpose. Okay, so you can also go for advanced features. So even advanced is this thing. Okay, multi-pack bundle. Okay, is it available in a bundle, or will you be selling it in pieces? They'll be asking. Okay, size type. So maternity, oversize, regular size system. So what is the size system? It is Indian. I don't know about all these things. Sorry. So product highlight and all. Product highlight means if they are having any extraordinary features, you can add them. Energy efficiency class means if it is a electronic products, how much electricity they'll be burning and all. I think there some products are giving that if we buy our product, your electricity, the usage of electricity will be less, like that, right? I think that thing. Max energy efficiency class, minimum efficiency class. Okay, so the ones who are doing such kind of business will have idea about these things, I think. Okay, and product details. If you want to add any details, you can add their details also. Right. Shipping, taxes, and returns. Already we have filled all these things. That's why it is showing up as green. Okay, already we have filled all these things. If you go for advanced, you can give a label also. You have given some labels, right, based on weight, based on fragile. If they are fragile, you'll be charging like that. You can choose. So shipping weight also you can choose kgs, shipping length centimeters, shipping width centimeters, shipping height. I don't know, guys. Transit time label, minimum handling time. What will be the minimum handling time for your reference? All these things are for reference. 2 days or 3 days you can give. So minimum handling time, maximum handling time, only two it seems. Okay, right here. If you don't have any idea, you can click on this thing here. You can show minimum number of business days that occur between an order being placed and this product being shipped. Okay, how much time you will take in order to or make ready this product and all. 3 days. So return policy label. If it has any return policy, you have to give that thing also. Additional product data. Excuse me. Shopping campaigns and other configurations, promotion ID, product category. Okay, so when you are for a Google product category, okay, so you should not give whatever thing you want. Okay, you have to give a proper category name. For that you can go to Google. Okay, you can go to Google and you can search. Google will give a list of product categories. So based on that you have to go. So here for merchants, especially for the sake of merchants, okay. So it will be providing some Excel sheet or like let's see. So based on this thing, you have to give. So if your thing belongs to some dresses, so the category is apparel and accessories. Under it clothing, you'll be dresses like this. You have to copy everything and have to paste it there. So for this thing, you'll be given an entire Excel sheet or plain text sheet. You can download that thing and you have to search for it. Your which under which category your product comes under, like such. Okay, when you are promoting your products on Google, you have to follow all these rules. You cannot give whatever category you want. Okay, we have to give the proper category based on the Google thing. Okay, Google ideology and all, product type and all these things. So next, continue. So blue and white. So variant data colors, blue, large. In which size it is available? So large, small, large, small. Totally there are four variants. Okay, all these sizes are available or not? Like that, it will be asking you. Continue. So cotton sheet t-shirt, white, blue. Okay, sizes. In which sizes it is available? Detailed description. Right. If someone clicks on this ad, they'll be navigated to this thing. List this product. So which means your thing will be appearing like this itself. Cotton t-shirt. This price is this much. Okay, and your business name like such. Okay, in this way you can list what all products you have. Okay, so it is saying to link your business, right? So in this way it will be showing all these things. So it will take some time to load the images and all, don't worry. Okay, so in this way you can list what all products you have. Okay, so as I didn't give any item ID for each and everything, it only took a random ID. Okay, so if you want to give multiple items, if there are huge number of items, you cannot describe all these things in the same way, right? So in that case we can go for feed, product feed. Okay, which means we'll be feeding Google Merchant Center about all our products. Okay, so by using feed, let's go for feed. Okay, in case of feed, we'll be feeding this thing with help of a Google Sheet or Google Excel, whatever it may be. So XML files, okay, upload your product data. We'll be uploading our product data using text files or XML files or Google Sheets, whatever it may be. Okay, simply click on plus. Okay, country and language, it will be asking English, right? So next, local surfaces across Google and surfaces across Google. Local means locally. So destinations let you select which Google products can display the items in your data feed. Continue. So how you want, okay, how you want Google Merchant Center to fetch your data like such. Okay, if you are providing your data with help of Google Sheets, you can go for it. Otherwise you can upload it. Okay, if you have already mentioned all the things in a text file or in an Excel sheet in your system and it is in your system, you can upload that file. Otherwise you can go for a content API which automatically uploads your product listings. Okay, which makes your products easily discoverable. Okay, you can go for these things. API means it is kind of coding, I think, for apps. I think it is for apps. So scheduled fetch, which means, okay, you can maintain a file. Okay, you can be you can add all your products, what all they might be. There might be products which are coming uh, after 2 days like such, right? So products data will be changing all the time sometimes. Okay, you might be adding extra products to your sheet like such. So you might not have time to upload all the time, so then you can simply go for scheduled fetch. In that case, Google Merchant Center only will come to that file and it will be fetching all your data based on time gap. Okay, based on time to time it will be fetching your data. You can also schedule a particular time. So let's go for Google Sheets for now. We should also give the name for it. So uh, t-shirt feed like that I'll give. Feed is nothing but data. Continue. So we have to choose one account. I'll choose one account. So click on create feed. You can also create an upload schedule, which means so fetch frequency. How frequently Google Merchant Center should fetch your data, should okay, take your data like such. Okay, so fetch time 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. whatever you want, you can keep. So daily or weekly or monthly, Google Merchant Center itself will come to that particular spreadsheet and it will be collecting all the data from time to time. You need not upload it all the time, right? Create feed. So or also you can go for a existing spreadsheet also. If you are having any spreadsheet already, you can go for it. I'll go for a new one because I don't have any. Okay, open. It will be similar to Google, okay, Excel file. Okay, it will be similar to Excel file. Here they'll be giving all the ID, title, description, and all. You have to fill all the things. Now, we people have created a single product, right? We have given all the data for it, right? Same data will be giving here, but in the form of a file. But here we'll be adding multiple products. See, ID. Okay, here we have to give the ID of the product, unique ID of the product. Next, we have to give the title. Okay, so keywords related to our product. Okay, and also you can give our store name along with it and all you can give. Next thing is description. We have to give description about our product. Link. Okay, give your product page link. Okay, so when people click on it, they must be navigated to this particular link. Okay, so give proper link. Next condition. Again, we have seen whether it is new product or used one or refurbished one. You have to give it here. So you have to type it here simply. So again, you can give product ID, product title. Like that, you can give multiple products. Next thing is available. Whether it is available, out of stock, pre-order. Okay, as we have. Given all these details to single product, right? Those all details you have to fill it here. And image link. Okay, image link means whatever image we want uh, to be shown. Okay, here we'll be showing an image, right? In case of Google Ads and all, we'll be showing some image. So whether it is a laptop like such, we'll be showing some image, right? This should be the image link. Next, so GTIN. GTIN means it is for drop shipping. Okay, it is not needed for us actually. So I'll say about it later. What is this drop shipping and all? Here, in case of drop shipping, we'll not be having any products with us. Okay, we'll be selling some others products and we'll be gaining some money. There is some process in it. I'll be discussing about it in a specific class. Okay, so next thing is MPN. MPN means manufacturer part number. Okay, so while you are selling any things or parts, you have to give that number. Brand, you know, again what brand name of the brand, like LG, Samsung, whatever it may be, you can give. And the next thing is Google product category. As I said, to which category a product belongs to. So should not give whatever category, you know. Okay, please go to Google and search for Google product category. You can download the Excel sheet, or else you can download the file there, text file, and you can see, go and check for your product there. So based on the in which category, under which category it is your product is listed, based on that thing, please copy that thing and place that category here. Okay, so search for Google product categories. Okay, in Google. Okay, you can go for Excel sheet. There you can find the list of product categories. Okay, copy that particular category under which your product is categorized, and you can use it here. Okay, so in this way, okay, you can list multiple products. Okay, understood? You can list multiple products. If it is Amazon like this, they'll be listing products like this and they'll be uploading it to Merchant Center. We have multiple products, no need to upload again and again. Or else you can also go for fetch kind of thing. So if you already have a Excel sheet, then also you can go English, right? So scheduled fetch. So I haven't given the name, right? Scheduled fetch means, see, it is asking for file name, which file it has to fetch. uh, Based on the time, we have to give the file URL, username and password of the file also, if it is protected, if it is password protected. Okay, like this you can fetch. You can also upload a file from your system. It will ask to upload a file now. Okay, you can also upload a file from your system. If you have already maintained all these things in an Excel sheet like this, you can simply upload your file also. Like this, you can upload multiple products at a time. And also you can, if you are having much more time, you can also upload single product at a time. Okay, like this you can see what all products you are having. So in total I'm having 4 products. Okay, so like this you can see, after some time your product image will be loading. Okay, so you can also go for diagnostics. Here, in case of diagnostics, if you are having any issues and all, okay, if you are facing any issues, active items, expiring items, pending, disapproved. Okay, so if you are having any issues, you can see here. So account is not eligible for enhanced listings, no Google Ads account linked. I'll show how to link this account. Okay, so if you have any issues, you can see here. And also you can see the performance, how your thing is performing. You can also see your reports, okay, where they'll be shown, how many clicks you got. All these things you can see once you run the ads and all. You can also see your reports. You can also see growth, means whether it is increasing or decreasing, like such you can see. Okay, so once you run the ads, you can see all these things. In case of overview also, you can see some data like where your products are showing up, okay, how they are performing and all. Right now, in order to run ads, shopping ads on Google, So we have to link our Google Ads account with this Google Merchant Center. So here we have to link our Google Merchant Center account with our website as well as our Google Ads account. Click here, go for linked accounts. So you can link Google My Business also, so that it will be showing a map. Okay, partners, you can link whatever thing you want. Okay, so you can link multiple accounts. So link, I'll remove this thing. So in previous I have, in previous thing I have linked. Okay, Google Ads customer ID. Okay, I'll go for this. This is the ID. Google Ads customer ID is nothing but I have to place the ID here. So I'll show you what is this Google Ads customer ID and all. So if you go to Google Ads, click here. So you will be seeing an ad beside each and every account. Okay, this is known as Google Ads customer ID. Okay, so this is the Google Ads customer ID. You can link multiple accounts and all also. Okay, so let me link that thing now. So this is the thing which is linked. You can simply copy this thing and place it there. Go to Merchant Center, go for create shopping campaign. So create a shopping campaign name. You can go for name, right? Let's see this thing. Country, India, budget 10 rupees. Okay. Okay, there is a problem as I haven't linked my account. Okay, simply I'll click here link account. Okay, you have to give your customer ID here. So this is the customer ID. Customer ID is nothing but the ID which is present beside your Google Ads account. You might be having various accounts in one single Google Ads. So you have to take a proper account which you want to get linked with this Google Merchant Center. You can send link request. Okay, so it will be sending a link request now. So right now let's go to this thing, and now let's go to tools, and then we have to approve that. Okay, request which came from Google Merchant Center. Go to settings. Now here you can see linked accounts. Under account you'll be seeing linked accounts. Go there. So now search for the thing which you want to link. So Google Merchant Center. Our thing is Google Merchant Center. Go for details. Here you can see the request. Okay, see, we got a request from Google Merchant Center. Simply click on view details. If you are okay with it, simply accept it. Otherwise, you can also reject that thing. Once you approve, okay, right, you linked your Google Merchant Center account and Google Ads account. You can unlink it whenever you want. If you don't want to link these things, you can unlink it whenever you want. Okay, so you can also refresh the page and you can check once. Okay, you can also link multiple websites like partner websites and all also. So see unlink, you can unlink here also. In Google Merchant Center also you can unlink your account. Now let's go to Google Ads and see how to create this shopping ads and all. Okay, so let's go to Google Ads. Now I'll be creating new campaign. So you can choose this thing. Go for shopping. You are up to create shopping ads, right? So promote your products with shopping ads. So create shopping ads that drives online and in store sales, website clicks, and other conversions and all. Okay. So see, it has already displayed my account. So when you link your Merchant Center account and your Google Ads account, then only you can run your ads. So you must have a Merchant Center account in order to run Google Ads. Okay, or I mean shopping ads in Google. Okay, so once I link my account, it will show me the ID of that thing and all, account name and all. Okay, what country? It is in India. I want to run these things in India. So no products. So a smart shopping campaign or standard shopping campaign again. So if it is a smart shopping campaign, you'll be giving money to Google and Google will take care of everything. Okay. So if it is a standard shopping campaign, we can set up all the things. We can pick our products. We can set up bidding strategies and all. We can choose our budget and targeting and all. Okay. Click on continue. So it is showing me the merchant name and also okay campaign name. Give some campaign name. Shopping 11. I'll give some name. Okay. So you can go for additional settings also. Choose products with certain attributes that can be advertised in campaign. No filter. Advertise all products. If you want to advertise all products, you can advertise. Otherwise, you can filter also. Advertise only products that match to your requirements and all. It's your option again. Okay, which product you want to sell like that you can choose. Enter a value and all. Okay, local products. Enable ads for products sold in local stores. Also can enable this thing. So later, so bidding. So select your bidding strategy. What is your bidding strategy? Here actually for shopping ads, it was CPA, cost per acquisition. If someone clicks on the ad and they goes to their particular website and if the user purchases the product, which means if they makes a conversion in their website, then we'll be paying money to Google. But now Google changed it to CPC. It removed CPA. So that's why it is showing CPC. Okay, so help increase conversions with enhanced CPC, which means if you want to get more conversions, you can go for this enhanced CPC or optimize for conversions and optimize for conversions value. So tomorrow I'll be discussing in detail about these bidding strategies. What is optimized for conversions, what is optimized for conversion value, and all I'll be discussing it tomorrow. Okay, so, but please remember about these options. Okay, next thing is budget. Okay, average budget you want to spend each day. I want to spend 100 rupees. So campaign priority, so recommended if you have only one shopping campaign. Okay, so it is recommended, it seems. I'll choose this thing only. If you have multiple campaigns with one product, use campaign priority to decide which campaigns will bid will be used. So if you are running multiple campaigns, then you can decide which campaign to be which campaigns bid amount to be shown or to be charged and all. I think campaigns with high bid amount will be chosen obviously. Okay, so where you want to display these things, obviously they'll be displayed on search network. Mostly you'll be seeing these kinds of shopping ads on search network. If you go for images like such also, you can see the ads here. Mostly they'll be shown on search network only. So if you want them on YouTube, Gmail and all, you can go for it. I'll go for search network only on Google search partners. Why? Because people mostly search for products on Google only. Okay, devices, on which devices you want to show. Okay, so it is by default ads will be shown on all eligible devices. We can't select this. Locations, you can choose locations also. Again, all these targeting options you can set up, and from which date to which date you want to show your ads, or you want to run your ads, you can choose start and end date. Next, add group type. Okay, now you have to choose whether it is product shipping or showcase shipping. So if you want to advertise for a single product, okay, like this, if you want to advertise for a single product, okay, you can go for this thing. Or else if you want to go for showcase shopping, means if you are showing multiple products in single ad, then you can go for the showcase shopping also. Okay, ads appear when customers search for broad terms like hiking equipment like such. If they search for broad terms, search terms, they'll not be searching for specific thing like Lenovo IdeaPad laptop like that. They'll not be searching. If they search for whole broad terms with broad search will with not specific searching, they are not going for a specific search for any item, they'll be showing these kind of items, it seems. So appears when customers search for detailed terms. Okay, women's hiking boots like this, they'll be, if they are searching with the detailed terms, it will show like this. Otherwise you can go for showcase shopping also. Ad group name. So shopping ad group, I'll be giving something. So bid amount, how much you want to spend for each click. Okay, I'll be spending 10 rupees for each click. Right, your campaign got created. Okay, once you add the money, then your ads will start running. Okay, so you can also add negative keywords in order to optimize your ads based on the search terms. After you run the ads, you'll be getting some keywords, right? So you can see what all in case of search terms, and you can see what people are searching for and for which search terms your ad is getting displayed like that, you can see. So after that you can also add negative terms also. Okay, so this thing will not get uploaded very quickly. will take some time. Okay, Google Ads will take some time, like 24 hours, like such, in order to approve your shopping ads, and then you can run your ads. Okay, so it may take up to 3 days, guys. Sorry, it may take up to 3 days. Google will take some time in order to approve your shopping ads. Okay, as it is bit related to customer satisfaction and all. Okay, it will take some time to approve. Okay, so any doubts you can ask me.
Can we link to another account, ma'am?
Yes, you can link to another account. Simply unlink this thing, remove your URL from your website. You have placed a URL, right? You have placed a tag of Google Merchant Center in your website, right? Remove that, and also unlink from Google Ads. Simply, you know how to unlink, right? So you
Yes,
can
ma'am.
unlink those things. Go to linked accounts and you can unlink it. Okay. So you can also remove your close your account. So simply go for account access. So or account settings, I think. Okay, you can go account access means if you want to give access to multiple people. Okay, you can't handle this account on your own. If you want some employees or like that, you can add access. Simply give their email address. They'll be sent a request. Okay, they'll be getting a request to their mail. If they accept it, they can also handle your account. In this way, you can give access to multiple people to your merchant center account. If you want to close your account, go to account settings. Here you can go for account status, and then you can simply click on close account. That's it, your account will be closed. Okay, and if you want to create an account with same ID, you can also create again and again you can create your account. So simply go to this thing, linked accounts, settings, and then linked accounts in case of Google Ads also. Go to this Google Merchant Center, then you can unlink it here also. Simple. You can unlink it from your website, you can unlink it from your Google Ads and all. Okay, whatever you want, you can do. You can link multiple things. No worries about it at all. That's it. That's about today's class.